Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. This morning, I'm diving into a story that's making waves in the world of maritime safety and logistics. The dramatic toppling of shipping containers from a cargo ship at the port of Long Beach, California, yesterday, September 9th. What started out as a routine docking turned into a chaotic scene straight out of a disaster movie. But here's the good news. No one was hurt. I'm going to explore the incident, why injuries were miraculously avoided, and the swift recovery efforts that got the port back on track. Stick around for the insights on how this highlights the importance of safety protocols in one of America's busiest harbors. The Port of Long Beach is a powerhouse of global trade, handling over 9 million containers annually and supporting 2.7 million jobs nationwide. It's the gateway of 40% of all U.S. shipping containers, moving goods worth $300 billion every year. At around 9 a.m. in the morning, the Portuguese flagged cargo vessel, Mississippi, fresh from a voyage originating, from China, pulled into Pier G, one of the port's key terminals. Eyewitness video captured the heart-stopping moment. Stacks of massive steel containers, each weighing up to 4 tons, when empty, began to shift like dynamos. Crews were in the process of releasing security straps when the unthinkable happened. The ship listed slightly to one side, possibly due to the imbalance of a load or a mechanical issue. Investigations are still looking into the matter. In seconds, nearly 24 containers plunged into the Pacific Ocean with a thunderous rumble that set off alarms across the pier. The cascade didn't stop there. More toppled onto the dock, and even a connected clean air barge was damaged by the falling cargo. In total, an estimated 67 containers ended up in the water, bobbing like oversized blocks in the harbor. Aerial footage from the local news helicopter showed a surreal sight. Colorful containers scattered across the water, some of them spilling their contents. Shoes, clothing, and debris floating on the surface. The port spokesperson, Art Marroquin, confirmed the scale of the mishap, but emphasized one critical detail. No injuries. Thank God for that. That's right, zero reports of injuries among the dock workers, ship crew, or first responders. How did this potential catastrophe turn into a near miss? It boils down to quick thinking, robust safety measures, and a bit of luck. The incident unfolded just before the morning rush of operations, when fewer personnel were on the active deck. Alarms blared immediately, alerting everyone to evacuate the immediate area. The U.S. Coast Guard, Long Beach Fire Department, police, Army Corps of Engineers, and port officials formed a unified command within minutes, establishing a safety zone around Pier G to keep non-essential workers clear. Port protocols played a huge role. Containers are secured with heavy-duty straps, twist locks, and lashing systems designed to withstand rough seas. But human error or equipment fatigue can still strike. In this case, the early detection allowed crews to brace and avoid the fall zones. One dock worker, speaking anonymously, the reporter said, "We heard the creak and ran. Those alarms saved lives." Medical teams were on standby, but thankfully, their services weren't needed. This incident underscores the value of regular safety drills and the port's recent accolades as the best West Coast seaport for 7 straight years. Clearly, their preparedness paid off. Now into the recovery, a testament to the resilience of the maritime community. Cargo operations at Pier G were temporarily suspended. but the rest of the port hummed along unaffected, minimizing disruptions to global supply chains. Response teams sprang into action immediately. Divers from the Coast Guard and the Army Corps assessed the submerged containers, while crane and barges worked to hoist them from the water. By Tuesday afternoon, crews had stabilized the Mississippi, preventing further shifts, and began towing the floating containers to shore. The process wasn't easy. Some containers were partly submerged, requiring careful maneuvering to avoid environmental hazards like oil spills from damaged units. The clean air barge, which helps reduce emissions during docking, sustained minor damage but was quickly repaired on site. Port officials coordinated with commercial stakeholders to inventory the cargo, much of it non-hazardous consumer goods from Asia. By evening, over half the containers were secured, with full recovery expected within 48 hours. Environmental teams monitored the water for pollutants, and so far no major spills have been reported. The Coast Guard is leading the investigation into the root cause, whatever it was: improper stacking, strap failure, or something else. And lessons learned will likely bolster future safety standards. This isn't the first such incident globally. Back in 2019, the One APIS event where 1,900 containers were lost at sea, but Long Beach responders show how far we've come in damage control. Injuries avoided, recovery in motion. This Long Beach port incident reminds us of the high stakes of the world of shipping and the heroes behind the scene who keep it safe. As trade volumes grow, events like this push for even stronger protocols. What do you think caused the topple? Have any of you worked at the shipping yards? Share the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.